we got to start somewhere.
Hmm.
And so like, especially in like the USC area, it's like, personally, I'm not seeing any kind of progress, but I think definitely it's something, it's a conversation that needs to be had. It's, can we take those commercial buildings and, formulate them into, affordable housing, stuff like that. So I think definitely got to start somewhere, got to have those conversations. And, we'll make a difference, hopefully.
Yeah, that brings up a good point. I think for you and Haley to have this interest in real estate and development, there's actually someone that I was moderating a clubhouse room with from Washington, D.C., where you're from, Haley, and he but is developing stuff all over the U.S. A lot of his projects are in Philly, and they're affordable. And the way he was describing it, he's your age, he's early 20s, mid 20s, and he was just like, "Oh, we created the blueprint on how to make affordable housing at scale." It's like, one of the people are like asking, "How is that?" And he's like, "Oh, you'd be surprised. All you have to do is just figure out what are all the resources available to you? What are the low income housing tax exempt bond financing that's available for each state? There's state specific, there's city specific, and then there's something federally through HUD that you could tap into. What are your financing costs? How to keep those as low as possible? What are some charities that you can kind of work together with to be able to take better, like the IRS will give you some tax breaks because you have a charitable component. How much of the charitable component will help you get the bond financing?" So he was like, "We hacked this so we could just do this at scale." And when I heard that, I was like, "Come to LA, come to California. Like, you're in Philly. I'm sure they have their own set of problems. Like, get it." But I was just like, I pinged them on LinkedIn. I said, "Look, I know you're busy, but I'd love to get you on a podcast because your solution needs to be implemented here." So for both you, Conrad and Haley, if you guys, after this, I'll send you the his profile. If you guys could reach out, he's hacked affordable housing. So it'd be great to get him on a pod. Maybe you guys could be a part of that interview. And then furthermore, let's try to have him direct some of his energy here, because the solution
Definitely.
is that formula that he created, right? Is taking all the resources, underwriting it in his spreadsheet, and figuring out, oh wow, we're 2 million short. How do we fill the gap? If we need 2 million of revenue or 2 million of profitability in this project, but it nets so many affordable units, that's what he's found out, is how to fill that $2 million gap for that development. So great point.